a millionaire. Yeah.
You know, it's like what is the plan or moral obligation to put the family on? Do they work for you? Do you like open an investment account for them? Do you buy them a house? Like, what does that mean? Do you give them an allowance? Like
What I would suggest,
do you just help out in emergencies?
what I would suggest is a family office.
Family office.
We heard many people talk about this family office.
Charlamagne, are we live? Are we live? Are we live? DJ Envy, are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Can the people hear my voice? Cause I'm at the Breakfast Club and I'm addressing all the lies.
Exactly. So that's my point. Like, people feel that obligation of like, damn, like I gotta do it. Like, you took care of me. It's like, and then they go broke.
That's
Right.
true.
So the trust is a great thing. A living trust or
Yes.
revocable trust outlines how money will be distributed, right? What can actually go into the trust? What assets can go into the trust? It can be cash, bank accounts, stocks, real estate, right? All of these things, they're protected, and it allows you to surpass or bypass rather a lot of the probate and things that take place when somebody passes away, where you're trying to figure out, okay, who's entitled to what.
Okay.
And I mean, but also, like, never, I heard Jermaine Dupri say this. He said, never give your homeboy a job he didn't ask for.
Exactly.
And so, like, because they're not going to value it. It's the same thing with money. If I give you $10,000, if I give you $5,000 just because you're my sister, you're not going to value that $5,000, and you're going to ask for $10,000 the next time. So the thing is, like, okay, if you have a skill set, pick up, like, or even if you don't, pick up a camera. Let me put you on payroll. I can get a tax deduction from this, right? You have W-2 income at this point.
Can I see your phone?
And you can then show this to a lender and you can buy a house, right? Because you have income as opposed to just receiving cash that you'll just blow through. I'm not just gonna buy you a house because then you have property taxes and you have insurance that you have to pay for. Who's gonna pay for that? Like, right? So,
But here's the thing, bro. I think Nicki Minaj said it best. Oh man, I think Nicki Minaj said it best. The best thing about these Trump accounts is some of the kids might learn financial literacy to teach it to their parents, because a lot of parents don't have it to teach to the kids. You have to have the conversation with them.
yeah.
It's deeply important, the conversation that occurs. I want to pull Ken Ritchie, a billionaire. This is how him and his family do. I've had this clip for weeks.
Correct them by not telling them what their if I didn't raise the kids right, I'm not going to correct them by not telling them what their net worth is. We've chosen as a family not to disguise and not to hide from our wealth, and so we have family meetings every quarter, and we're passing on wealth at this point in time. I'm not waiting till I die. I want to watch my kids enjoy their wealth.
Wow.
And so we're passing on wealth to them now, and we're helping them manage through it, and we're helping them navigate. We have a family limited partnership that any of the kids can borrow from to start businesses. It's at those meetings when we sit there and we talk about you can get your hands on net worth, and what are we preserving here, and how are we using it, and exactly where are we giving money to, which I've made them do since they were young.
I want to hear just a little bit more about these family meetings.
Okay.
How often do they happen? Do you have an agenda?
We have them quarterly. Every year, once a year at the big meeting, I walk through the estate plan. What's going to happen? Like, where does the money go? How does it get there? I start the meeting by showing my net worth. Then I show them where the assets are, what companies we own, what the liquid money is, who has the liquid money, how do you get to it if I'm not here, where, who's the guys you call, like, where does the money go, how do you get your share, and then after I do that, I have all of them expose their net worth. And they tell their siblings what they invested in, what they're spending their money on, and then typically after that we pass on some wealth at those meetings. Very important that they're not treated equally, because life doesn't work that way. One's 12 years older than the other one, so one had 12 years of appreciation over the younger one. That doesn't mean we don't love you, it just means life is, it's not going to be equal. So don't like stand here like the three of you are equal, right? It's a lot of money for all of you. So I want to make sure none of them get pissed off about the fact that who has more than the other. So we go right down where it all falls, how the taxes hit each one, and why things go there. I want them to understand it. Otherwise, when I'm gone, they're going to fight. A lot of my peer group does not do that. They do not, like, they will not share family net worth. They feel like it could.
A lot of people. And I would imagine that the vast majority of people who don't share that information literally just don't have it themselves. And so the most important is educating the kids.
Yeah.
Or yourself if you lack the education.
Yeah.
But developing these overarching rule sets that don't really explain much, you know, I'm not going to take care of grown ass people. Okay, well that's very general, and it doesn't actually provide anybody any information on what to do. And all of the shit that we keep doing as a community is literally never delving into information or learning. I don't know many people who sit down with their children and discuss the money. I don't know that most people know where to find the money at when their parents die, who to call, who to get in touch with, what bank their parent has the money with, what lawyer to call. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, you know, I would say I think that is now with the access to information is out there now. So like, you feel me? I think that conversation's happening a lot more now than it has ever happened before with our generation. And it's conversations that my wife, my voice is on, that my wife and her parents have often.
For sure.
That was when I first met them, I was like, damn.
She put you on game, huh?
I was like, oh, this is what it's really about. And, you know, I have since then became, over the last, 8 years, been working in, or 6 years, working in finance, and I'm having conversations with my parents, right, in that same capacity. And my parents were not great stewards of money. I'll just say that. This is real shit. And so
they probably put up a fight when you started trying to have a conversation with them. Why we even talking about this? Like, da da da.
Yeah, you know.
Or were they open to it?
My dad was like, yeah. It was like, at first it was like, oh, not, you know what I mean? But
you gotta say that part, bro, because people gonna get lost there. They gonna go talk to their parents and they gonna be like, well, my mama don't even want to talk about it, not knowing that yours didn't either.
Yeah,
you gotta really talk them. Hey, it's important, gang. You gonna die.
Yeah,
I hate to break it to you.
Planning is paramount here. So, initially, it put him in a, uncomfortable position, basically, where.
And it's hard to navigate
his son is like, now my son is coming to me, asking me questions about my personal finances and what my plan is. And
when I don't have one.
Exactly.
Do I want to answer questions to my son about how to be accountable and have him tell me that I haven't been? Most people don't want to go through that.
Giving me the advice of, hey, this is what you should do now.
And they can't get there because they don't want to admit to their son, like, yo, I actually do need some help. I actually don't know what's going on. So these are the conversations, bro. We actually have to, you got to go to your parents. You got to face the rejection. You got to go to your kids. You got to face their obstinance. And we got to start being good at math. We have to start being good at word problems. We have to start taking an interest in these sorts of things, men and women.
Yeah, no, this is a fact. We could look at the whole family, right? We started with siblings, right? And then we're transitioning into parents and children, but we're off. It's the same. It's the whole family, right? What is the plan, right? And so that's where it all starts. What is the financial plan? What is the goal? Then you can take all of the assets that you have and acquire, and you can assign them to these goals. It's literally what I do as a financial planner. And so for my children, the earlier the better. For the children, for your children, if you're listening, the earlier the better. Don't think because they're 6 years old, they're just not intelligent enough to understand things. Like I bought these cards from this black-owned brand online. These financial cards, and it's like it has definitions of stocks, shares, investing, budget. It just explains different financial terms and concepts to children, and I've gone over that with my 7-year-old, not the 4-year-old yet, but and I just opened her first bank account, with Chase, because they can get an account at 6 years old.
Yeah.
That the parent controls. So it's really just that simple, right? But and if you don't have the
really that
education, you
simple.
can really you can go to YouTube, you can go to a financial advisor and get a free consultation. You don't have to have money to speak to an advisor to have a conversation. They will literally tell you. You can get a plan. You can get a pro bono plan from a Fidelity, from a JP Morgan, XYZ, and seek the information that you don't have to empower yourself and your family. But time is the most valuable asset that we have. We can't get it back. So the earlier you start, the better. And the way that the money is invested, those are the two most important things, like your allocation and the fucking time.
That's what's most important to him. What's most important to me is you learn how to sell something. Look, the stock market is dope. I think the rich guys that are super rich sell stuff to a wide variety of people.
Well, just investing overall. I'm just saying, you in real
you just
real
covered
estate business.
Yeah, you
right?
just covered that part, the investing part. I'm talking about the hard work effort part. The fuck a flashcard, go outside, learn how to sell a service, learn how to create a product, learn how to get to know your neighbor, learn how to create rapport so you can sell products, learn how to provide benefit to people so you can be of service to them and they continue to buy your products. Learn how to invest over time, stay consistent, keep your head down so you can sell your products. You can build your wealth through that vehicle as well, and then place it in a security on the back end and allow that money to appreciate over time. But when the market goes bust, which it always does, and it comes back as well, that selling thing, that's going to keep your mental state afloat.
That's a fact. And what you just said, it creates self-sufficiency.
100%.
Which is what we all want.
Self-accountability.
Facts. Not looking at my sibling who's a millionaire and saying, hey, take care of me.
And think about that. If that's what you're learning at the billionaire household, how could you ever look at another race and go, but you took it all from me? You understood within your own household there's a distribution disparity, and it's based off of effort. So
that's a fact, man. Based on the effort, everybody got to put in the effort. You know what I'm saying? Faith without works is dead.
What y'all really didn't know was Brorilla, she just know how to hustle it up. She know how to take advantage of your eyeballs to create money for her pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
think the family might have been running a play on us, brother.
Who knows, man?
That's the family.
I'm not engaged in it, but I am now. I'm speaking on it. So.
Hey, but it took us to a far more important conversation.
Absolutely.
I've been holding that video for a month or so. I can't remember when I sent it to the chat, but that's important.
Yeah, facts. Lastly, you just made me think about my brother's wedding. My sister-in-law, her father, rich guy. You know what I'm saying? He North Carolina A&T graduate.
Yes.
He spoke he told a story about how when he met my brother for the first time, and one of the first questions that he asked my brother when they were in the car together, it was just them, was, how do you invest? And I was like, oh, he a different type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the first questions you ask him. How do you invest? That shows me who you are as a father, as a planner, and as a person. You're feel me? And that's why he is where he is in life, because of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and then he poured into my brother. Like, my brother is like, oh, I'm doing this, like, I'm doing that. Yeah, I got my 401k. Then my brother, like, and my other homie, they be telling me about stocks, and they tell me about index funds and ETF. And then, so I'm learning. My brother told me, he kept it real. He was like, yo, I'm learning. And then his father-in-law, you know what I'm saying? Which, this was before he was even his father-in-law, gave him some game.
Of course.
So like you said, it's about the information, passing it down, and then implementing, right?
Yeah.
Seeking that information, because like, which is something that I think we all should do.
We have to pass forward the information, because otherwise it dies with us.
But continuing to seek though as well, like, right, self-educating, but then like going to people that they might not be in your family, right, and just be humble enough to ask them, like, hey, how did you do it? If you were me, what would you do if you were 30 years old? You could do it all over again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that's real shit.
I mean, continuing to seek lifelong mentors, people within your field or whatever field you're approaching who have done what you've done before. Local guys, I think some people call them, but, you know, hey, bro, it starts with humbling yourself and accepting knowledge.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that will just rail against the knowledge. Hey, let's argue, let's explain why it can't be done and everything that I've already done. Well, that means stop talking. Somebody's telling you how to do it, you stop talking.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
If you're the only one in the room complaining, no, I can't win, nobody can win, and everybody else is going, well, no, I think you can, I won. Stop talking. Soak up the game.
Right.
Figure out how to contribute. And that's going to be...
And don't make fucking excuses, man.
Shit, too much, bro.
Don't be making excuses for why you're fucked up. Nobody wants to hear that.
Bro, Rilla used to be eating fucking ketchup sandwiches. Glorilla and Glorilla.
Yo,
now these bitches is on top of the world,
it's like
bro.
the sob story, like, bro. It's like,
nobody fucking cares.
Nobody cares. That's like from my favorite movie, bro.
Nigga, hold on.
Bronx Tale. My nigga, yo, what was it? Nobody cares.
Let me see your phone real quick, bro. This how we go. I'm gonna show niggas, bro.
I didn't raise the kids right.
My boy Richie.
I'm not gonna.
Man, what the fuck, bro? Let me show these niggas, bro. Then we out. Unless you got some more shit to talk about.
Nah, done deal. I'm fucking starving.
Wow. Nobody. You don't give a fuck. Wow. Nobody does.
Nobody cares.
Nobody does. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Wow. Nobody cares for you. Nobody cares for you. Nobody does.
Nobody cares. Like, that's real. Like, everybody has their own shit going on, bro. And everybody. Well, I ain't
That's my big sis. She's the smartest person I know. But sometimes I think she's a little slow. How am I feeling? Feeling like nobody cares. I mean, they want to care, they try to care, but they got their own problems.
What you just said.
I feel like I gotta figure things out on my own this time.
That's what it is, gang.
Yeah, I get it. Well, what'd you think about that Drake and Kendrick?
See? I told you.
Nah, that's real.
Nobody cares, nigga. Dad coming soon.
We care about you guys, and we really deeply care that you are tuning in weekly, daily, that you're listening on Spotify and Apple. We care.